What's poppin', everyone?
I'm Carter.
And I'm Tiernee, and today is the first ever episode of The Pop Quarter.
With this podcast, we want to talk about pop culture, mainly movies, really anything that the two of us want to talk about, and we just want to make it fun and entertaining for everyone, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys don't really know who we are, though, yet, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to start off the show by some introductions. How we're going to do that? We are going to do both of our Letterbox top fours. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the site if you're watching a podcast about movies. It's a very popular app where you can just rate, review, log all of your favorite films. And on everyone's profile on Letterbox, you select your 4 favorite films, the 4 films that mean the most to you in the entire world. So, to get to know us more, let's get to know our film taste more. Tiernee, would you like to start telling them?
Yes, I'm gonna go from my most favorite to like my least favorite on my top 4.
Do you want to go? We both go like our 4 and then our 3.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll start with our 4. So for my 4th on my top 4 on Letterboxd is Titanic, great film, and the next one is The Parent Trap. Then the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and my favorite film of all time is The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, so for me, I go number 4 is The Fabelmans, directed by Steven Spielberg. Absolutely love that film. I think it's just a beautiful representation of his own life and of his love for filmmaking and everything. Number 3, I'm going to go with a very indie film. It's called Shithouse, directed by Cooper Raiff, 2020 release date. It's extremely indie. It was basically all made by Cooper Raiff. He starred in it, he wrote it, he directed it, co-edited it. I think it's just a great, very personal feeling coming of age story. Number 2, I would have to go. My number 2 and my number 1 are actually pretty tied. I would go Star Wars: A New Hope, because Star Wars is what really got me into loving movies, and that's obviously what started.
That's your 2?
Yeah, I also just think A New Hope is just such a perfectly crafted story, perfectly crafted movie. And then tied with that for my number 1, I would go La La Land. That's why this setup is my room. That's why we got La La Land and A New Hope over here. I think La La Land is just absolutely beautiful, absolute masterpiece, and I think A New Hope is like just one of the most perfect, fun movies ever made.
I can't believe you put that one second, but
what, A New Hope?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got a question for you. So you said that you got Willy Wonka up in your top 4, right? So what I got? We talked about this a little bit off camera, but I said I wanted to save the actual discussion because I don't really know your take on this film yet. What do you think of the Timothée Chalamet Wonka film from 2024?
Okay, so my sister really loves Wonka. I was watching it earlier because I knew we were going to talk about it, so I wanted to like refresh my mind. The first time I watched it, I couldn't tap into it. I literally couldn't get into it because I just think as an origin story, it's such like a not what I would expect to be an origin story for Willy Wonka.
So you like it or you don't like it?
Like I like it as a movie. I think Timothée Chalamet was he portrayed a very good character.
Timothée Chalamet is great.
No, he's good. I think he portrayed a very good character. I just not sure if that character in my mind, like I see that as a young Willy Wonka.
So like you think it's a great film on its own? You don't think it connects very well to the original? Is that what you're saying?
And I'm also just not a big fan of origin stories unless like it's like I don't know. I'm just not a big origin story person.
Well, on that same train then, we know Wizard of Oz is in your top 4. Want to talk about Wicked?
No, I don't want to
You
talk
don't
about
want to talk
Wicked.
about Wicked?
No, I
don't. We have a very similar take on Wicked 1. Listen, Wicked for Good, I really enjoyed Wicked for Good.
I don't even like the mute.
But Wicked 1, I thought it was an incredibly overrated film. I think it has some good moments, but to me, it felt like a big budget Disney Channel original movie.
No, I just think it makes me so mad too, because like I'll go into a store and I'll see something and it's like it's Dorothy or it's like Glinda and I'm like, oh, this is cute, and then I look at the tag and this is Wicked, and it destroys me.
No, that is actually a really good thing to say though. Like I feel like now Wicked in the pop culture has, at least I think we are getting out of it back to how it should be now, but for a little bit there, Wicked in the pop culture did overtake the Wizard of Oz.
It was everywhere. Like. Meals at like fast food restaurants, and I was like,
yes, and I don't think that should be a thing because the Wizard of Oz is one of the most important, greatest films ever made. In cinematic history.
Exactly.
And then Wicked was, yeah, that's such a good point. Whenever you would see anything Wizard of Oz, it was always tied to Wicked.
No, and
for like a good 2-3 years.
It's actually so funny I say that because I went to Walmart to get my sister a birthday present, and I looked up and there was this doll, and it was like a Dorothy, and then they had a Glinda and a Wicked Witch, and I was like, oh, it must be Wicked, and I looked down and it was a Wizard of Oz thing, and I was like, wow, and I was like, where was that when I was younger, because they didn't have it.
Yeah, it's like, but that's how it should be though. Because like, I don't know about you, but like I prefer like the original cleaner designs of all the people in the original.
Yeah,
Like I feel like Wicked just does too much with some of it.
it does.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like speaking on that point though, did you ever see like the Lego Emerald City set that they made?
I think so.
Beautiful set, but like it's based on Wicked. So like it looks incredible, but then you get down to the bottom and you look at the figures and like Dorothy and her friends, and it's like they all look so over designed. Like I
hate how they look in Wicked too, like the Tin Man, and like I just hate it. I don't like how it looks.
like I just think like the original, like don't fix what isn't broken, like
exactly.
Like the original, it's from 1939. It is decades and decades and decades old, but like it's still just, it works, And I feel like you try to make Oz like realistic in Wicked, whereas like,
and it just takes
Oz
away the original charm.
Oz has always just been a dreamland,
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that. I don't think Wicked is like the worst thing ever, but I do think, especially compared to the Wizard of Oz, I think Wizard of Oz is far superior.
Exactly.
But you don't really watch that many movies.
No, but if you looked at my diary on Letterbox for July, I did get a lot in.
How many do you think you got in July? I don't even know. Dude, I've been going crazy.
No, I know. I don't know how many I think I have, but like, and not newer movies. I'm so bad with getting into the theater and watching a newer movie. So like how I've never seen Obsession.
Dude, I've seen 40 movies released this year.
And I just have a big watch list, and recently my goal has just been every movie I've started and not finished, because I love to do that for some reason. I've been finishing all the movies.
I don't get how people can do that. Like, how do you start a movie and then you're just like, you get halfway through and you're just like, no, I'm gonna pick this up later.
A lot of the time,
you haven't watched Star Wars until very recently, and I remember you telling me you started Return of the Jedi and you got like to the point where they got to the Ewok village, and then you just stopped watching because you were like, this is boring. In the next scene, you get to the bridge, and then everything. Do you agree? Everything in Return of the Jedi from the bridge scene on is like peak.
Yes. Yes. My thing is, my brain, it has like a hard time processing what's going on and just thinking like, oh, it'll get better, because I just think that the whole movie's gonna be bad.
Return of the Jedi is good though. Return of the Jedi is
no.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed it.
How do you write the original trilogy, actually, while we're on that topic?
So A New Hope I really, really liked, and I thought that it felt, even though it was my first time ever watching Star Wars, it had a nostalgic feel to it. Like sometimes you just get that feeling.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost like that Wizard of Oz kind of thing, where it's just like the old like classic movie magic,
And then Return of the Jedi, I felt like I liked it. Like I obviously stopped in the middle, so it was hard. But like once I got through it, I was like, okay, like that was really worth my watch. And then, why am I blanking on the third one's name right now?
Return of the Jedi?
No.
Empire? Is that what you're thinking about?
Yes.
Empire Strikes Back?
Empire Strikes Back, that's the second one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Empire Strikes Back, I really like that one, and then the Return of the Jedi, I thought that I wasn't gonna like it, and I was like, alright, this is gonna be my least favorite, but then I was like, no, like, it got really good.
Return of the Jedi, so when I was younger, Return of the Jedi was always my favorite. Like, I would watch that thing on loop. I will say, Return of the Jedi, now watching it older, like, I do think it's a little messier than the first two. But, like, when it gets good, it is so good. Like, it has the slowest moments, and it does have probably some of the weaker moments of the original trilogy, but, like, once you get, like I said, that bridge scene where, like, Luke tells Leia about Vader and about them being siblings and everything, like, and then Luke goes and meets Vader and he's like, I see the good in you. Like, everything from that bridge scene on, I think, is just incredible. Like, but because then, like, you get like Luke in the throne room and everything, and you get the turn of Vader and all that. It's spoilers to anyone who hasn't seen a movie from 1983, but it's I think I really do love Return of the Jedi.
No, it has a turn. It turns for the better. Yeah.
It ends very strong. So you mentioned a minute ago that you haven't seen Obsession, which is mine and many others' favorite film of 2026. It is one of the biggest films of 2026. It actually it's been breaking records its whole run in the theater. It just broke a new record today. I read the article that said it is now, I think, the 6th highest grossing horror movie of all time. And it was made for under $1 million. Just incredible.
Really? I did not know that it was made for
Yeah,
under $1 million.
and
Wow.
I got the 4K right here to prove I adore this film. I pre-ordered this thing right when I saw it, and then I rewatched it 3 times when I got it. Probably not healthy to watch Obsession like 3 times back to back, but you know what? It's peak, so you got to do what you got to do for peak.
No, I have a hard time getting in the theater and seeing new movies. I always just am like, oh, I'll just watch it when it
Dude,
comes out on
we
streaming.
saw Scary Movie together.
Yeah, but it's
You
like,
went to see Scary Movie, but you can't watch Obsession in the theater.
okay, like I just have a hard time getting in there because it's like I just am always like, oh, I'll just watch when it comes on streaming because I don't want to spend the money because it's easy for you to say that because you have Regal Unlimited. So you
I
just
do have Regal Unlimited.
like,
I love Regal Unlimited.
It's easier for you to say that because you can literally get like discounted and or free. So, but I mean, whatever. It just.
But you want to see? Do you want to see Obsession though? Because
no,
like,
I do. I do really want to watch it.
You've heard the hype, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
100%.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Well, also I'm not the biggest horror movie fan. Like, I mean, Scream is like one of my favorite franchises, but like that's not horror to me. Like, it's like
Scream is like Scream's like it's like a subversion.
Yeah, it's just like more mystery than anything.
Yeah, very good point. Like Scream, I feel like what makes Scream work so well isn't even the fact that it's like making fun of horror, which like in a way that is like that does add some charm to it. But I think the true genius of the original concept behind Scream is they basically just took the slasher genre and they were like, what if we make the slasher genre combined with a whodunit? Like that's the original premise of Scream. It's like you mix Clue with Halloween. Like that, and that's how you make Scream. Like it works so well.
No, I've only ever seen the original Halloween, but I think it's just there's something about it. Like I love it. I love the original Halloween, but it's not as good as Scream because I love
Scream is just so clever.
I love mystery, plot twist. Like it combines all of it. Like
yeah. You said there for Scream though. Scream's one of your favorite franchises, right?
Yes.
Is that your favorite franchise? Like how Star Wars is my favorite? Would Scream be your
I think it is.
favorite?
I think it's my favorite. It's actually really funny. I watched it for the first time in 2025, the day after Halloween.
Really?
Yes.
I watched the first one back a while. I want to say in like 2024 or something. I watched the first Scream. And then I didn't watch any of the others until this like January and February. In the lead up to 7, I watched every single movie, which I think the original. You agree, original's the best? Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Original Scream is just like one perfect.
But my second favorite. Well, I mean,
once
honestly,
you get past the first one though, you and me have very different.
Yes,
takes on
because
Scream.
you have to say that the first one is the best.
Yes.
You have to say it. But if you want to go into like your honest
throw
opinion,
the first one out the window. Okay, because that's obviously on top.
No, because
throw the first one out the window. Then what are we saying is the best? Because this is where you and me are going to argue.
Okay, because I think that 3 is the best because
horrible. Yeah. No, not saying 3 is a horrible movie. I'm saying that's horrible to put it at the top.
Well, when I brought this up to Mr. Brown, he was like, wow, like I've never heard anybody say that before.
There's a reason for
that.
Because
let me tell you why I think it's the best. It just has such a good feel to it. Like, they're literally recreating the first movie within this movie. So
I know.
It gives the same feeling.
There's a point, though, Scream has always been meta since the first movie. But there's a point to where it's cleverly meta, and then I feel like there's a point to where it's just meta the movie. And I think like I don't know, like, but even beyond that, because like I love the Hollywood setting. I do love the Hollywood setting.
That's why I like it so much. Yes. It has such a good setting.
But like I just think the whole plot line of like, oh, in the third movie you find out stuff about the mom, she's a long lost brother. Like, I think that's just like
I liked that lore. I loved it.
And like,
yeah, but also it just felt so like, I don't know. It just, there were some moments where I was just like, wow, like I really like this. And it just felt like when they were showing the film of Maureen, when Roman trapped her in that room in the mansion, it was scaring me a little bit for some reason. It gave documentary in it.
The mansion's cool at the end. Like Scream, I don't think there's a bad Scream movie.
No,
I don't think there's a single bad Scream movie. Was that about 7?
No, 7 wasn't bad.
Wait, we'll talk about 7 real quick. Yeah, I think you and me agree on 7. 7 is really, really, really good. Up until the last like 5
I don't understand. They could have gone so many places with
I have never seen a movie just like, you know, the expression like shoot itself in the foot? Like that's an understatement. It just like shot itself in the head.
No, it was so bad.
Because like they did, okay, this is a more recent movie. So spoilers for Scream 7 if you care and you haven't seen it yet. But like the stuff with Stu, right? We all wanted Stu to be the killer.
Oh yeah,
right?
100%.
Yeah. And the annoying part is like you could be like, oh, but that would be unrealistic. The guy died in the first comeback, but like they do the legwork in the movie.
No, yeah.
They do the work. They do the work to. Because I was going into that movie and I was like, I want it to be stupid. I also think that'd be kind of stupid because like you saw him die and whatever.
Right.
But then like they do the work in the movie to even skeptical people like me.
Explain.
They do the work
yeah.
to be like, dude. By like the halfway point of that movie, I was like, oh shoot, Stu's alive. Like I fully believed it.
No, but so
exactly. Like they build up the hype and then they build a plausible reason and they make it all come to this crescendo where like if that mask comes off and it's Stu, this is the coolest Scream movie of all time.
Exactly.
And then they just choose to make it a random person, which even with
most people forgot who the character was because she was never brought on screen.
We saw it together opening night.
Yes.
I heard like 50 people just say who, like when that mask came off, like which once again I feel like just goes against what made Scream so great in the original. Like what made Scream scary? You know, like other horror movies and slasher at the time is like Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers. It's like it was like just like this outside entity that was coming to kill you. What made Scream original and what made Scream scarier in a way is it's like it's someone in your friend group, like it's someone that you know that's coming to kill you, like that gives that extra layer to it. And this just had to be like a girl who was in one scene, right?
Yeah, I think she was in 1 or 2 scenes and people forgot who she was. But also it wasn't even just about the killers for me. They left open things when the boyfriend had the computer and he was trying to see if
what was that about?
They left that open, completely open, and I was like, dude, are we serious?
But like that movie had so many good moments though. Like dude, like the opening phone call where Stu is calling her and like she thinks it's a voice changer and then he just like
on the FaceTime
to show he's not bluffing, just goes to the FaceTime. Dude, that was like I lost it. Like that was
because it was new,
it's
but
so awesome.
No, they used new technology in a good way for once.
It's so awesome. And yeah, to like incorporate that of like the long running trope of like, oh, it's always a phone call, to actually just show the face and be like, I'm not bluffing. Like,
yes,
dude, that's so cool.
I loved it.
But like, it's not even cool anymore though, because it was just the random girl down the street that was doing that with some AI, right? So like, that's what it's like.
That made me mad because it was like, why do we have to bring AI into it? Like,
it was so bad.
No, but even the opening was so good when the two. I really liked the couple.
If that movie ends with Steve, Steve. You guys can't see. There's a giant 6-foot Steve Harrington cardboard cutout over there. I love Steve Harrington. I love him. I love Stranger Things. But no, Stu. If that movie ends with Stu as the killer, that's like easily a top 3 Scream movie.
Oh yeah,
easily a top 3 Scream movie.
No, and the opening was so good. Oh my god, I loved the opening. The opening was like top 3 openings for me. Like it was like the openings are always hard to top, but like I mean we can agree the worst opening was 4, right?
Well,
it was confusing. It was so confusing.
I like 4s for like. You know they fake it out like 5 times.
Yeah, and I hated that.
I think it's cool like the first time, maybe the second time they fake it out. By the time you get to the third, I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Once again, that's the thing that I kind of say a little bit for 3. It's like I feel like sometimes you can get too meta for your own good, and I think the opening of 4 is the epitome of getting too meta for your own good.
Yeah.
Like it was clever for a second, and then you try to make it more clever, and it just stops being like what you wanted it to be. I feel like.
But also, I want to say, I said about there not being a bad Scream movie, but I wasn't talking about 7.
What was that about?
I know Carter's gonna hate that
2?
I say this, but
Please
no,
say 2?
nope, not 2.
2.
No, I actually really love 2.
So is this the bottom of your list? Is this
yes?
This is seriously the.
Okay.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Okay, go ahead. What do you think it is?
Are you saying that Scream 5 is the worst Scream movie?
Yep.
No,
I'm confident with
you're
that.
insane.
No, I'm confident
no. Don't even bring that in here. You're saying Scream 5 is worse than 3, worse than even worse than 2. No, 5 is the second best Scream movie ever.
No, because I loved 6. Okay, this is
no. Don't even get me started on that. No, wait. Are you saying that 6 is better than 5? Are you saying that 6 is better than 5?
Yes.
6 is better than 5. 6 is a better. What are we doing here?
6 was the first ever Scream movie because it was. Hold on.
What?
No.
Why?
Listen, I can explain. It was like 2024 Halloween, freshman year Halloween, and me and my friend were like, she came over right after school. And we had a couple hours before we had to get ready for like trick or treating, whatever. So we're sitting there, and she's like, "You want to watch Scream 6?" And I was like, or she just said, "You want to watch Scream?" And I was like, "Sure." She puts on Scream 6, and she's like, "It's really good." And I was like, "Okay." And we started watching it. I never got fully through it, but then I wanted to finish it. So then November 1st of 2025, this Halloween that just passed, I watched all of them. I don't know why
Dude.
I did it the day after Halloween.
Dude, you got, first of all, whoever that friend is, horrible friend for starting you off with 6. If you're good, okay, if you don't want to start with the original, at least start with 5. Now, I love 5. I'm not even saying that because I love 5, because 6 is like a part 2 of 5.
Well, yeah, but also I can say that that's fair. I can say that it's fair to say start with 5 because 5 is basically a 1 reboot, and that's why I hate it.
Yeah, you can start with 1. I'd say you could start with 4, and you can start with 5. Because 4 was kind of trying to start its own thing also. Like, any of the others, if you start someone, even you could even start with 7, actually. You can start with 1, 4, 5, and 7. Because all of the others, they are, like, clearly sequels.
Wait, I actually want to bring this up real quick. So for 2, do you know that the original killers weren't supposed to be Mickey and Mrs. Loomis? They were supposed to be Sydney's boyfriend Derek and her roommate Hallie.
Really?
But the scripts got leaked, and then they had to change it.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Isn't it true that, like, for the original, Dewey was originally supposed to be the killer? I've heard that.
I think I've heard that too. I would have liked that, but then I was like, but keep bringing him back and back was, like, my favorite thing. Like, every movie when he popped on screen.
Until Scream
5. It made me smile.
Until Scream 5.
Why? What was the point of killing him off?
It's the whole point of 5. No, because 5 literally, like, it says it has a monologue in there about it. It's like, legacy characters are not safe in reboots anymore. Which I'm not gonna, since I know you probably forgot the monologue, so the monologue spoiled it for you.
Well,
but
I guess you could say.
Wait. Don't rewatch Scream 5 until you finish Star Wars, because they say people who die in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, but they do that in the monologue to bring up the fact that, like, legacy characters are not safe in reboots anymore. And that's what the whole point of Scream 5 is, satire of the reboot craze of the 2010s, and it's satire of how original fans, people who think they're diehard fans, respond to remakes and stuff and reboots. And with the Star Wars sequel trilogy, we're going to lose a lot of fans right here when I'm about to say this. I love the Star Wars sequels. A ton of people hate them. But, like, the people who hate them and everything, it's those kind of people that Scream 5 is having commentary about. It's saying, like, some fan, like, that's the whole thing of the killers in Scream 5. They're crazy fans who aren't able to, like, let go and let the franchise become its own new thing. And that's the whole point of Scream 5 is being satire of, like, legacy sequels, like Star Wars The Last Jedi, which is the most controversial legacy sequel of all time, which is a film that I love.
Can see why they might want to do it, because they want to start, like you said, like, it's all kind of its own thing, so they want to cut the old stuff out to start a new thing. But it's
no, what I'm saying is, like, that's the point is, like, this is a legacy sequel now, and they have the monologue in there about, like, in legacy sequels, the original cast is not safe.
That was whose monologue?
That was Mindy.
That's what I thought.
I love Chad and Mindy. I love everyone in Scream 5, dude.
I liked Mindy.
Dude, you were there.
In 6, when her girlfriend died, like, I just felt like that was a little, like, too, like, I don't know.
Do you remember Scream 7 opening night when I lost it for Chad and Mindy?
Yes! They popped out of the car and he, like, screamed in the theater.
I went crazy for Chad and Mindy. I went crazy. And then at the end, when it showed that they were, because I thought they died in the bar. I thought Chad died in the bar. When they came back at the end, I was the only person in the entire theater. I started clapping so hard. I got, like, the entire theater to start clapping with me, but I started that. Dude, I love 5. I literally have, if you look back here, where is it? It's up here. Yeah. I have Scream. I have a set that just comes with 1 and 5, because I think 1 and 5 are, like,
well, that's your favorites.
I think 1 and 5 are, like, the 2 great Scream movies.
I mean, I guess we can agree to disagree on the Scream ranking.
But, like, what about, like, 5 has the best killer reveal. Let's just get that out the way.
Welcome, I can say yes.
Gunshot, and then welcome to Act 3. That's the best reveal in the franchise.
Yes, and I just didn't love Amber. I feel like it's not.
Dude, don't you go hating on Mikey Madison. I love Mikey Madison.
Not the same level of 7, but I feel like they didn't show her enough to be the killer. Now, having Richie, is that his name?
Richie, yeah.
Richie, sorry, I always forget because I confuse his name with, like, the actor name. But having Richie be the killer, that, like, I enjoyed that because I was like, okay, like, he was on screen enough, but it also took me by surprise. She wasn't on screen enough, in my opinion. If she was on screen more, I'm sure I would like the movie more.
Well, I also think if you put her on there too much, it's going to make it too obvious. Like,
true.
Like, 5 has very good red herrings. Like, you strongly think it could be Chad for a little bit. Chad's girlfriend, they make to be, like, the biggest red herring. They even give her freaking red hair. She is red herring the character in that movie. Like, I think Amber is there, but like she's purposefully like in the background, and like you're like Mindy is like very upfront in your face. Like I think they purposely make her like as like a character choice. She does try to blend into the background a little more, so you don't think it could be her as much.
Yeah, I mean,
But like if you from the opening scene, Jenna Ortega, Tara, right?
yes,
Yeah, Tara is talking to Amber. Amber is the first character that you hear of in that movie. Like Tara's talking to Amber in the opening scene.
Yes, but also I feel like because everybody says like when I talk to them about how much I love Scream, and like sometimes I every single time I watched one, I was shocked by the killer because it's not easy for me to pick up on things, but every single time I would talk to somebody, they'd be like, "Oh, we'll just look at who's not there when somebody dies."
But that's what Scream is so good at.
The first movie, Billy
dies. Exactly.
But then it's him. So it's like they make you think anything can happen from there on out.
That's what we just in kind of I was the writer, but we kind of both collaborated to come up with the story. I wrote like an entire Scream inspired fan project, and that's one of the things that I will say, like when you're actually writing something like that, writing it in a way to not directly give away to the audience who it is.
It must be hard.
It is very hard to like because you can't have everyone in the room at once. You need to get the right people out at the right time. Like you need to think of plausibly, okay, where is everyone? But you need to make the audience believe plausibly it could be like 3 different people at the same time. It like that is a very hard thing to master, and that is one thing that I think all of the Scream movies are very good at.
Well, I'm also still very sad I never got to read it yet because Dude,
I have the Scream. I literally have the. You can see it right now. They can't.
I know.
The screenplay is sitting on the couch right now.
It, but I don't know. I'm just so sad.
We
have to wait for the rest of the group.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to do a table read of that. But so okay, so Scream 5 is like I love it so much. I also just love Jack Quaid.
If I had to say like true ranking, 1, 3, I know everybody is gonna hate me for that, whatever. 2, 6, 4, 5. 7. I have to put 7 in there.
4
I always forget about 7 because it was just so irrelevant in my mind. Like to me, it's not even a Scream.
I do forget about 7 as well.
Like it was good, but if it would have, if that ending would have been different, then I wouldn't forget about it.
Do you care about 8? I honestly I don't.
I do because like again, it's my favorite franchise. I'm gonna go see it no matter what. But it's like, I mean, if they don't wrap it up after that, like
that's kind of how I feel with Star Wars. Like they just had Mandalorian and Grogu come out this year, and like I thought it's not.
I never seen it, but
it's not the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. But it's like I just saw it, and it's like I just felt nothing watching. Like it was fun a little bit, but like I come out of that, and it's like every other Star Wars movie feels like grand and epic. This one just kind of felt like, hey, those 2 characters from a TV show that you like, we're doing a movie. And like the movie just felt kind of like 4 episodes of the TV show put together.
Well, another reason sometimes I just don't go see new movies is because I kind of take your word for it on if it's if it's worth going to see. Like Backrooms, like everybody said, like don't go see it. Like it's not worth it. Also, I didn't know the original lore.
I don't think Backrooms is horrible, but like I just think Backrooms was so in like the general consensus online. It was like so pitted against Obsession because it was like, okay, these are 2 hard like indie things coming from 2 guys that got big on YouTube. So it was very like pitted against Obsession. And I think Backrooms does a lot of good things. And like the fact that it was directed by like a 19-year-old is awesome.
Yeah, that is cool.
Like but like I just think when you talk about it in the conversation of like because like I mean I've Go Unlimited, but like for people like you, for most people, like movie tickets are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
So
they are.
So like you can't just unless you have Go Unlimited or something, like you can't just go see everything. So like if you have to, so like most people, like a lot of people were asking me, like, oh, should I see Obsession or should I see Backrooms? I would say Obsession all day. Not that Backrooms is bad, but like,
well, don't you have to know like the original lore to go see it? Because somebody said that, and then I was like, all right, well, I don't know it. And also, online they made it seem so much different than I feel like how it turned out when it actually came out.
Backrooms had parts that I absolutely loved, and it had other parts that did lose me a little. It's not a bad movie though, and it did a lot of things very good.
No, I see. Like I take your word for it, and you said Mando and Grogu was bad, so it was like, okay, like I'm not gonna go see it. I'm not gonna go waste my time. Like,
well, once again with Mando and Grogu, it's like if that was just like a Disney Plus movie, I'd be like, oh, that was just a fun, cute little adventure, right?
Yeah.
But like when you put it in theaters and you give it that weight, and you make people go pay like $20+ to go see it, like I feel like you should get a bigger, better story than
Yeah.
they gave with Mandalorian and Grogu.
I mean, also it makes me mad because sometimes they release things on Disney Plus that's like a Disney Plus original, and then it's like so good to the point where I feel like they could have released it in theaters, but then they release something like Mando and Grogu that should just stayed on Disney Plus.
Like, what? Do you got an example of that?
No, but I'm like I could think of one, but right now I can't.
Wait, I got a deep cut. This was like in the first year of Disney Plus. This is a deep cut. Did you ever see the movie called, like, I think it was called like Secret Society of Second-Born Royals? Did you ever see that thing?
Was that the one with the girl from Andy Mack?
It was the girl from Andy Mack.
I never watched it, but I did want to.
I watched that, but that had to be, I was probably like 10, 11 when that came out. Dude, I watched that. That movie has stuck in my brain forever. Like, I thought that was actually a really cool, good movie.
I
watched it when I was like 11, so it may suck now. But I thought that was a cool movie. I wasn't sure if you'd seen that.
No, I haven't. Also, another toxic trait I have is watching Tubi originals.
Oh, God. Okay.
And recently I was trying to watch this one with Asher Angel, the guy from Andy Mack.
Also Shazam for the people at home that watch movies and not Disney Channel.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Andy Mack. No, I'm not.
Andy Mack is peak.
I loved Andy Mack when I was younger.
No, I know he was in Shazam, and then the girl, she was in something. I just cannot remember what she was in. Maybe Alexa and Katie, if people watch that.
No idea what that is.
Okay, well, it was on Netflix. So it was like called Kissing is the Easy Part or something, and it was exactly like a 10 Things I Hate About You, trying to make it like that, but it was so bad because instead of a friend paying, it was the parents wanted to pay the guy to take out the girl so that he could tutor her and make her more smart. So bad that I didn't pay attention.
Okay, you're saying it's so bad, like that's a surprise. You're watching a Tubi original film.
No, because
what do you expect, dude? Tubi doesn't make you pay. Their budget is coming from like chip commercials in the breaks, dude. No, what do you mean? You're surprised that a Tubi movie?
No, because Sideline, the QB and Me, the one with Noah Beck, that movie was so good. That was such a good movie.
Was that another Tubi original?
Yes, it was another Tubi original.
But
that was a good Tubi original.
No,
it had Noah Beck, so it brought audiences.
Me you haven't seen Obsession, but you've watched like 50 Tubi originals.
Actually, I've only watched 3.
I'm gonna force you to watch Obsession. That's what we're gonna do. And then next week, next week we can hear your thoughts on Obsession. I swear, dude, if you come out here with some Tubi original movie was better than Obsession, I'm going to lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
I would never say that a Tubi original is like the best movie I've ever seen. I'm just saying I watched a few.
There's so many movies that you have, but like, okay, let's go through this. Have you seen 12 Angry Men?
No.
Have you seen Citizen Kane?
No.
Have you seen Jaws?
I tried.
You couldn't get through Jaws, but could get through Tubi.
No, my dad put it on and I fell asleep. It wasn't.
Okay, I say we sign off now.
All right, thanks for popping in, everyone.
Come back next week.